EA have released 2,500 promo cards in FC26. In FIFA 15, they released 300. EA, what has happened? For cheap, fast, and reliable FC26 coins, use MMOEXP.com. The link is down below. And use the code MATTHD to get 8% off your order. You can even buy players and packs too. With the World Cup in full flow, you would think watching the tournament, you want to flock to FIFA to play the game, play it all night with friends, have a great laugh, and have a great time on FC26. But that couldn't be further from the truth if it tried to be. Take me back to FIFA 18 here, and I was opening packs on the World Cup mode like we all were 8 years ago, by the way. And look how great it looked. Look how refreshing this looked. As a game, the menus looked awesome. And straight from watching maybe Argentina versus Mexico or Spain versus Brazil in that World Cup, we could then go on the World Cup mode and have an honestly blast of a time. And we were all playing this every day. You could earn free icon packs, guys, playing the World Cup mode. You could earn free gold packs playing the World Cup mode. It was sensational. But now flash forward to 2026 with honestly, in my opinion, one of the best World Cup for games I've seen in years, maybe ever. There's never been this less of a desire from watching a World Cup match to going and playing FIFA. But what has happened? Well, we have to begin where we started this video by saying, when will EA ever realize promo after promo after promo completely defeats the object of wanting to play the game over and over? Because let's say you put all that effort into getting a player from a promo in April or May, like team of the season. You're thrilled with your team. You want to get used to how your team is playing. But then a week after, EA go and drop another promo in June, which completely destroys the entire market for players from team of the season, which then makes the player deflated because they've just spent all their time in weekend league to get all these big blue cards. Bang, the next week another promo drops, not only destroying the market price of those players you've put your heart and soul into getting, but then you can't even enjoy the players that you've actually unlocked. This is a really big problem because the EA have clearly gone down the route of, oh wow, big flashy new item, I've got to go and get that the week after. Next Friday, another flashy new item. Everyone wants that. But not only that, when they're dropping these new promos left, right, and center, they're also dropping way too many promo players. It's like a double whammy. So they're dropping a bunch of 92 rated players that no one really wants to get. And that actually takes away from the feeling of packing a great promo player. Back in the day, if you got a promo player, let's say in a FIFA 16 pack opening, right? For, I don't know, even team of the season, 8 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, that player was actually special. Flash forward to now, I'm getting a 92 rated player from Paraguay that I'm not really excited about. And that feeling is just gone of being excited for packs. This is a real problem that EA have not managed to fix. And having nearly 3,000 more promo players per FIFA is seriously not discussed enough. Let's take you back though to the launch of this game. We'll get the tweet on screen now. They're going to try and release less promos and keeping the gold standard of the meta even up until March time. Yeah, you can expect an Ultimate Screen promo, maybe a Footmas promo, and obviously Team of the Year. But they didn't do that. And instead, in the first week of the game, we had 175k packs. We had 200k packs. In literally the first 7 to 8 days of this game being released, which goes against their word. They kept saying, we want the golds to be valuable. Well, guess what, guys? The most valuable gold card in the game now is Mbappe. And he's only 210,000 coins. In fact, 91 rated players are 8,000 coins now. When have we ever seen that in the market's history? And that's what leads us to our next point. The transfer market used to be such a vital point of the game. So much so, trading was incredible back in the day in FIFA 16. And more importantly, if you played FIFA 17, like I'm hoping a lot of you guys got to experience, more on that shortly. If you packed a Messi, if you packed a 92 rated player, that would have been hundreds of thousands of coins, if not millions. And that feeling was incredible. You could put that in a bottle as to packing a good card in FIFA, telling your mates about it, you'd sell the player, you could make millions. Now these golds are under 10k. What on earth has happened there? To take away the feeling of packing an actually good player now, and then to have a sense of just deflation of when you pack a good player. I've packed about 5 95s in the last week alone, and they've all been about 13,000 coins, And every time I pack them, I'm like, oh, wow, I can't believe how much that play is worth. It's probably the first time since I started playing Ultimate Team in FIFA 09, when it first ever released in March. I think it was on Xbox consoles only at the time. Since then, I've never had a feeling of actually getting a genuinely good player. And a prime example of that is someone like Juan Mata. This guy's got a 96 over rating, right? He's got pretty quality stats. And still, this is now an underwhelming pack pull. If you told me this 10 years ago, I would have never, ever have believed you. And speaking of years ago, something I'm seeing happen a lot on Twitter right now, and I'm a big advocate of this, is the FIFA 17 trend. I've been shouting this from the rooftops in the last few months, that FIFA 17 for gameplay is the best gameplay I've ever seen. And look how good this gameplay looks in general, guys. Look at the pitch, look at the graphics, look at the player movement. It's not repetitive gameplay. It is literally stunning as to how it looks. And it's just great. You can see different varying goals. Every other goal is different. Whereas in FC 26, it's load driven with Claudia Pina every 5 seconds. There's no variation in the gameplay. Think about it. If you guys play football in your local league, or let's say you guys play semi-pro, maybe play with your friends all the time, when do you guys ever see the exact same goal in even just one match? I'm talking the exact same technique, the exact same placement. It's actually impossible to even do that. But on EA's games, they've made it the case where every goal is seriously so similar. Low driven bottom left, low driven bottom right, low driven bottom left. You see them go, and it's too repetitive, and there's not enough creativity. To succeed now, though, all you need is a bunch of TikTok glitches and skill cancels to get goals. The amount of times I see that cross-field ball you cannot stop in this game, it's just not football. Like, it's just not. In FIFA 17, the variation was unreal. And I was always surprised. I mean, in that game, I played about 4,000 games. Yeah, 4,000 games in 1 year wasn't the healthiest, but you know what? I love that game. We might have been critical at some points, obviously, throughout the year on some of the gameplay for good reason, but looking back, I do believe that was the best gameplay we've ever seen. And also, why did they go away from it? Why did they change in FIFA 18 so much it became unrecognizable? And they never went back to FIFA 17 gameplay ever again. But obviously, this is all about the new game and what's gone wrong since then. A big change I've noticed is the amount of people that join the streams, and I see on Twitter, guys, I see now and about. I had it in Mackey's drive-thru last week, and then I was like, yeah, me, all my mates used to watch my Neps, A9's videos, but now they literally all do not play FIFA. And that's a problem, because if football fans are still watching Premier League, World Cup, and they're not playing FIFA or FC, EA are seriously the problem. Because firstly, the gameplay, right? We all know the gameplay, yeah, you can play it this year. Yeah, you might get the okay record in champs. The gameplay this year, it's so forgettable. You'll never think about this gameplay again after you play this game. And I feel like a lot of you guys who maybe play the game casually or even really seriously now don't have the same desire to play the game as you once did. You might have come back from work and think, wow, I can't wait to play FC tonight. I'm even seeing less people play pro clubs throughout the year, which has to mean one thing: gameplay. They promised so much with the launch trailer, guys, at the starting point of this new game, and they didn't really deliver on any of the points they promised. Less rebound, smart AI. And the other really concerning thing is the amount of patches they have done. If you guys ever look at their Twitter, which is the FC communication one, the amount of updates they do throughout this year is insane. It must be at least, what, 25, maybe more patches than that in one cycle. Which tells me one thing: EA themselves are not confident in the product they've released. Haven't got it right. When do you ever hear of a game having that many big updates to change the game each year? Wouldn't you rather the game get delayed and to be made at a better standard than keep releasing these big gameplay updates? And even when they ask for feedback, I get it, right? We all want to get feedback. We all should get feedback. But when EA do a tweet themselves, like I think it was a few months ago they said this, they pretty much said, what should they change in their game? And that gives me the feeling that they aren't confident again in what they've released. It feels like they need a proper rework of the entire gameplay, go back to basics, go back to FIFA 17 level, even to some small degree, and work from there up. They definitely do need better gameplay developers, and maybe some help from people who actually play football more than what they've got now, because it isn't working. It took me 10 minutes, guys, the other day to find one game of FUT Champs. 10 minutes. That used to be so quick every time you searched. Now, obviously, gameplay is a massive part. That's a big reason. But I do think the switch to FC has been a very disappointing one. They might say they've got more revenue than before, and they probably have with the season pass this year. But whenever you think of FIFA hype in general, the hype was a lot more before FC happened. Calling the game after your own company, not really what, is done. It's like saying EA, we are the best. Almost arrogantly calling their own game EAFC. It's a terrible name. I think we all agree. I get it. It saved them hundreds of millions in the licensing, but in doing that, they lost the World Cup. They lost, obviously, the name, which is so vital. EA never thought the name mattered too much. But guys, be honest, especially in July when the World Cup is on, has the game ever felt this quiet? It feels like a ghost town playing this game. Now, moving from the game feeling like a ghost town, though, to maybe what I think has been festering since they launched. And yes, do think evolutions were a great idea at first, but do you feel the same? There's just too much going on now. The best Evo I think they've ever done was that Team of the Year Blueprint Evolution. That was, I believe, in last year's FC. I think it was with like Team of the Year Dembele. That was really cool. But it feels like every day now, there's a new 95, 96 rated Evo, 94. It feels like there's just too much going on. And is it losing that sense of, wow, Evos are so cool? Now it's kind of like burnout. We're getting too many. But not only that, has Evos fully killed the transfer market as well? Because all these players coming out, we can evolve them to have great stats, are always going to be better than most promo players and definitely better than most gold cards. It's a tough one because I love the idea of evolutions. I feel like have they gone too far with it and they're just doing too many now. I would rather they went back to the big crazy release every now and then of Evos rather than now where it's like, what the hell do we choose? There's so many and little time to choose from. That is a problem though. Evos, I love them, but is it perfect? Not only Evos though, guys, how can we do this big rant and not talk about rewards and actual motivation for playing this game? FUT Champs was always a really fun aspect of the game for me, and yes, it was very intense at times. We've all been there. I'll never forget going 20, But having tokens now as the reward, it just feels very underwhelming. It feels like you complete champs, then yeah, you redeem tokens, but the rewards are not even guaranteed to be crazy. Take me back to monthly rewards in FIFA 17, which again, you can see now as I'm talking. They were great. They were very motivating to play. You could even get like gold 3 and still get pretty cool rewards. Yes, not as many as elite rewards, but they were good. Whereas now, the tokens, I just feel like I've completely missed the mark. You guys might agree with that one. I think you probably will. But it feels like with Golan now, obviously Rivals, honestly, I never know where I stand with Rivals these days. It's either a really good reward or a terrible reward in July. The whole division aspect of Rivals is the best part about that game mode. EA have got that right. But rewards again, are you playing Rivals as much? But in general, I see so many people leaving this game. And it really is sad to see because at the heart of Ultimate Team, you have got EA, a phenomenal game mode there. You can see the potential. But it feels like right now, this game mode is simply a 2 out of 10. And they keep on not getting it right. And they also keep releasing the same content every week, which again puts more people away from playing the game. And where have the icon player picks gone? What's happened to them? We used to get like 94 plus icon player picks in July. They were repeatable. I'm pretty sure we're on like a 90 plus still in July, maybe 91. And there's no creativity. It's not like a striker only one. It's not a Brazil only one. It is like the content team this year have fully given up. There's no spark anymore in this content. The menus are a disgrace. They look exactly the same as previous FIFAs, and they do not look exciting or entice you to play the game at all. It just feels like the people making this game have lost that super excitement to make a new football game. And it's like they're in a rush to make it. I remember hearing stories of the PES days where these guys made the best football game ever made in Pro Evolution Soccer 6. And they were doing all-nighters. They loved the game that much. Same for people making COD 4. GTA prime example. I do not get that feeling with EA. It's like the lack of care has happened so much. And now we're on the last stages of Ultimate Team. And by the way, GTA is coming out soon, guys. I wonder what EA will do. Will they step up or will they let this game mode completely die out? Because at the end of the day, guys, I've made probably 5,000-6,000 videos on FIFA. I love the football game. I love football. I put my heart and soul into this game over the years, and to see where it is now, I'm seeing good old friends of mine stop streaming, good old friends stop YouTube videos, and so many people stop playing this game. I want it to be the best it can be. And I hope EA in some way hear this as a plea to make more effort with this game, with the gameplay, with content. Be creative, EA. Actually give a damn as to what the player wants. But at the same time, I can't help but feel like we're going to get charged here for every time we launch the game soon. I wouldn't be surprised if FIFA becomes a subscription service as well, when in reality, they'd probably be better off going free completely like Fortnite. But let me know your thoughts on the current state of the game. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but hope you enjoyed it either way. Like if you agree with the video, man. Have a lovely day. Hope you guys are really well in the summer, and hopefully you can listen and improve their game.